This is the slightly weird story about how I sort of awkwardly stumbled into becoming a professional cosplayer. Back in 2021, I decided to start trying to make cosplay blueprints, and the first one I made was Wanda's crown from WandaVision, the series finale of that which had aired earlier that day. I was actually the first one to do it in under 10 hours after the finale aired, and because of that, it went viral. It helped me pay some bills during the pandemic, it was pretty cool, so I decided, hey, I'll keep making blueprints here and there throughout the rest of 2021. And then in late fall, I discovered a pattern that helped me make sewing patterns, and I decided to try my hand at learning that as well. The first pattern I ever released was Jinx's top from Arcane, and I released it as sort of a trial run, not expecting anything to come from it, and it went even more viral, like 4 or 5 times more viral than Wanda ever was. To this day, it is still one of my best-selling patterns, and it has been 3 years. And so I kept making patterns. For the rest of 2021 and into the beginning of 2022, I started developing my skills, I started making more patterns. Admittedly, they were a bit amateurish, I was new to this, I was still learning, but the community was so supportive and they gave me the space to learn and grow. In January of 2022, I went back to college where I was supposed to start doing what was essentially a work placement for a local company. My professors came to me and they had heard about my business because they were following me on social media, and they said, hey, do you want to try for the next 4 months to run your business full-time and see what you can do with it? We'll give you advice, we'll do all these things, and you can essentially get school credit for running your business. So of course I said yes. Those 4 months were spent making patterns, building websites, and starting up a real, successful, actual business. By the time I had graduated college 4 months later, I'd gotten myself a nice little job in my field of marketing. I lasted about 2 weeks at that job before I realized it was not at all what they advertised to me in the interview or in the job application, so I quit. Without a job, I figured I'd take this summer to try out this whole cosplay thing because patterns were selling really well. I wanted to see how far I could take it. And then 2 weeks later, the convention that I discovered cosplay at contacted me and asked me if I wanted to guest at their con that summer. And the rest is history. And now in the present day, I still make cosplay patterns. I make patches, I make 3D printed kits, custom fabric, you name it, I essentially make it to help cosplayers make their cosplays a little bit easier and help keep cosplay accessible and fun for all.